Throughout history, all the great minds, all the great leaders, all the great achievers, they had something in common. And now the great glimmering of truth can be revealed again.
You know, this secret gives you everything you want. Happiness, health, and wealth.
You can have, do, or be anything you want.
I've seen many miracles take place in people's lives. Financial miracles, miracles of physical healing, mental healing, healing in relationships.
All of this happened because of knowing how to apply the secret.
This is the great secret of life.
That anyone invented or created, where did it begin? Did the iPhone just magically appear? Did the PC magically appear? It all began as an idea or a thought in someone's mind. Now, one of the things that I want you to keep focusing on is the ideas that you have. I want them to be great, and I want them to be positive. Great and positive. You're thinking anyway, you might as well think great things. Why not? Okay, so like I said, greatness always begins in your mind as a thought. Okay, like we said, the law of attraction is defined as I attract to my life anything that I give my energy, attention, and focus to, whether positive or negative. We're going to get into something called vibrations right now, or vibes. Some of you say, I met this person and I got such a positive vibe from them. Do you have people you know who are like that? Yes, you just meet them and you're comfortable with them, you can talk to them for hours, and then you can go to a certain place and you say, I just got a negative vibe from this place. I'm not going there again. Has this happened to you? Yes. Okay, now this is something you can't feel with your hands. But you can feel it on a vibration level or an energy level. It's something you can feel on your energy level. You can't really explain it. I ask you, why didn't you like her? She's a nice person. You say, khalas, I didn't like her. It was a vibe. Now the good thing about vibes, I'm not going to complicate things too much. In the vibrational world, there's only two kinds of vibes. Positive and negative. How many? Positive and negative. Easy enough. And for every positive vibe, there's a negative vibe. Examples of positive vibrations are when you feel joy, love, excitement, abundance, happiness. And the negative vibes, of course, are disappointment, anger, loneliness, sadness, and hurt. These are all examples of different kinds of vibrations. And how many vibrations do we have? How many? 6 in your world. 2 we have, okay. And at every moment, this vibration is an exact reflection of what you're feeling or your emotions. If you're feeling joyful, how's your vibration? Joyful. If you're feeling sad, what's your vibration gonna be? Sad. It's as simple as that. We're not gonna complicate things for you. So in the vibrational world, there's 2 vibrations, positive and negative, and they're an exact reflection of what you're feeling or the emotions you're having at that very moment. Now, some of you think, or some of you have heard that you're negative. Miss, you might be negative. You're a negative influence. Now, some of you don't even know what that means. You're like, oh, the teacher said I'm negative. We want to explain what this is. And I'll explain even more of how to get rid of it. Now, why does this keep happening to me? Or like they say in Arabic, وبعدين عاد, بعدين ما هالشغلة. So some of you might think, طب I'm a positive person, I'm friendly, I'm helpful, I'm such a good friend, everybody loves me, but I keep attracting negative things. What is wrong with me? Or what am I doing wrong? Now there's one thing you have to think about that I'm gonna mention right now is there's something you use every single day, and some of you every second of the day, especially during some classes, and that's the words you use. The words you use affect your thoughts, which affect your vibrations, which affect your emotions. So I want you to control your words as much as possible. There are 3 words that I want you to remove from your vocabulary as much as possible. Can anyone guess what they are? I can't. I don't. I won't. What's the common word between I can't, I don't? Possibly. Possibly is actually good. We want possibly. Okay, the 3 words you have to eliminate from your vocabulary as much as possible. I'm not saying that you can, but I'm saying that as much as possible, control these 3 words. Not, don't, not, and no. Try to use them as little as possible. Because if I was to say right now, because I'm going to show you how your mind works. If I was going to say to everyone in this room, right now, under no circumstances, don't think of an apple. Don't. Don't think of an apple. What happened? You know and I know that you just thought of an apple, even though my instruction for you was don't think of an apple. So what happens is your mind, you little geniuses you, your mind is actually filtering out the don't, not, and no, and only hearing what you're giving your energy, attention, and focus to. The mind does not hear the don't, not, and no, it only hears apple. Something I like to do, and because it's just fun, and the students that I teach know that I have a weird side, I like to go to restaurants sometimes and tell them, when the waiter comes and says, can I take your order? I say, yes, please. I don't want a cheeseburger, no French fries, and no 7-Up. So most of the time, I do this just for fun, not every single time, depends on my mood. Ask no cheeseburger, no French fries, and no Pepsi. What's funny is that he'll actually start writing it down. And then he'll walk away, and I can see him that he's looking at the paper. Huh? And he'll come back, he's like, sorry, madam, ma fahmt alayki. What? Like, what? I don't want a cheeseburger, I don't want French fries, and I don't... So he gets this confused. I'm waiting for him to ask me one question. What do you want? Exactly. So he'll come to me and he'll come back and forth, and I'll start getting all huffy as if I'm so upset, even though I'm laughing on the inside. He'll come to me, "Ish بدك?" What do you want? This is the magic question that whenever you catch yourself thinking don't, not, and no, think, so what do I want? Now, one of the things, another example actually here is when I say no apple, you all thought of an apple. Another example of the way the mind works and how it filters out the don't, not, and no, all the negative things, it filters it out and it gives you exactly what you're giving your energy, attention, and focus to is, let's say you have a big essay you have to write. And you decide, I'm going to write a very good essay, it's going to be a sports theme, I'm going to write about a certain sport. Now, whenever we want to search something, where do we go? Google. We go to Google. This is the first thing we do. We go to Google. Now, let's say you went to Google and typed in no soccer. Okay, Mr. Google, you're such a genius. You're worth billions and billions and billions. I'm going to write an essay, but I don't want anything about soccer. Nothing. What's Google going to give me? soccer, soccer, and more soccer. So, what happens is, all I have to do is ask myself, so what do I want? What do I want? Basketball. And what's Google gonna give me? Hopefully, everything I need to know about basketball. So pay attention to the words you use, the don't, not, and no. The law of attraction and your mind don't hear them. They only hear the things you don't want. Like the Google search, I searched and searched, no soccer, no baseball, no this, no that, when all I needed to do was tell Google exactly what I wanted. Simple enough? Do you think you can move the don't, not, and no as much as possible? No? Hopefully you will. Okay. Few examples of things. For example, when someone says, don't hesitate to call me. What's a positive way of changing it? Call me. Instead of telling the person what you don't want, just tell them exactly what you do want. Every single time you catch yourself using the don't, not, and no, just ask yourself a simple question, which is, so what do I want? Instead of saying, don't, oh, I love this one. Don't panic. See? What should I say? Stay calm. Did you see the difference? What's going to happen when I say don't panic? Everyone's going to panic. So the right way would be to say stay calm. Okay, when I go to the dentist and I'm thinking, I don't want this to hurt, I don't want this to hurt, I don't want this to hurt, I'm so tense, I'm so scared, what's going to happen? Even before he does an injection, I'll probably faint. So the right things to say is, I'll be fine. Don't forget, instead of saying, don't forget to this, don't forget to that, just tell them, remember to. So the more you get used to using certain words, instead of the don't, not, and no, what's going to happen? Your words change. Your thoughts will change, your emotions will change, your vibration will change. And the law of attraction is always checking in on your vibration to match it exactly. Because like we said, whatever you're sending out, that is what the law of attraction is answering to. So keep your thoughts positive and try to control them. It takes practice, but you get used to it. Now my favorite one that I like to use, and this never fails, is don't look now. Anyone who tells me, don't look now, I can't help it. I don't know, something immediately in me. One of the things, I know Miss Diana's here, I always do this in classroom. I say, Miss, don't look now. Miss Diana's at the window. And they all go. But give them 2 seconds and they're all like, they have to look at the window to check if she's really there. I told you don't look now. They can't. All of a sudden they're like, or someone's yawning, and they have to look at the window. They can't help it. It happens every single time. I know it happens to me. Say don't look now, I'm gonna look. Okay, right now I'm gonna show you another video. Yes, we do have time. To show you the power of your thoughts. Now there's a very famous Japanese professor who did a very nice experiment. I don't know if you've ever seen it. If you haven't, it's very interesting. It's about 3 minutes, don't worry about it. This is the actual water molecule under a microscope. Same water, different thought, different words. Most of us have heard of holy water, which has been blessed. water. Cute. Okay, don't use the words do, not, or no. I mean, it's impossible not to use them every now and then, but when you're talking about the things you dream about, the goals you want, the aims you want, don't use, or keep them to a minimum, the words don't, not, and no. Now, we figured out why bad things are coming to us. It might be the words we're using, it might be the thoughts we have, it might be the emotions we're sending out, because like we said, the law of attraction is responding to your vibration. What we want today is, very briefly, to show you how can you let the law of attraction work in your favor. How can you get the things you want instead of all the things you don't want. So the first thing you have to do is, and we'll get into a bit more detail in is identify your desire. The simple question we ask, so what do I want? So, what do I want? The second thing you have to do is give your desire attention. Focus on it. Look at it. Think about it. Actually open your books every now and then. It does help. And the third part, which is usually difficult for some people, which is allowing, and we'll get to that in a second. Okay, now, in the vibrational world, or in everyday world, we have two things. One of them is called contrast, or I like to call them yeah. Or we have something called clarity, which I like to call yay. Now, the contrasts are things that don't make you feel good. Things you don't like. Yes, I can't get any clearer than that. And examples of that is a certain smell. Like if you smell something, I'm like, ew, smell this. You're gonna go, yeah. Immediately you get rid of it. Or if I give you a taste, if anyone gives me a taste of liver, it's not gonna last 2 seconds in my mouth. It's an immediate, yeah. So these things, like things, bad smells or things we don't like to eat, we get rid of them immediately. As soon as we feel this negative feeling, like I don't like this, we get rid of it immediately. Okay, the words you use, which affect your thoughts and affect your emotions, and eventually your vibration, which is the law of attraction, is responding to. Now your vibrational bubble. Now step number 2 was give your desire attention. You want to give, you know what you want, now we need to give it some attention. Now around us, there's this electromagnetic field. I don't know if you've ever heard the word aura. Yes, your aura, your energy field, your magnetic field, whatever you want to call it. For today, we'll call it your vibrational bubble. Now this vibrational bubble, we want to fill it up with positive energy by the words you use, the thoughts you use, the emotions you have, which will eventually be your vibrations. Now this whole bubble that's around you, we want to fill it with positive. Even if it means getting rid of some people in your life, even if it means not going somewhere that doesn't feel right. Make that decision to keep that positive vibration up and higher continuously by reminding yourself, by talking about what you want to do, by talking about your dreams, by talking about your aims and your goals. I won't because. This is a limiting belief. A limiting belief is something that you repeat over and over and over again until you actually believe it. A small example of this, I'll be really quick, which is me in the 9th grade. Now, me in the 9th grade, me and math, we're not friends. No way, Jose, it's not gonna happen. And you too? Join the club, miss. Let me tell you what happened. 9th grade, I had a second assessment, and I was the one, you know, when the teacher was doing sums on the board, and she's going row by row, I'd count which turn I would be. I'm like number 7, I memorize it, so I can go to the board and I know, exactly. I memorize, this is me, I'm gonna be number 7, and what happens? The guy in front of me didn't do his homework. So the miss says, you didn't do your homework? We're skipping you. Nancy, come do number 6. But I can't, I'm number 7. Manish, he didn't do his homework. Come do number 6. I didn't do my homework either? It's not gonna happen. Anyway, first assessment didn't do too well. Second assessment, I was studying at night, telling myself over and over again how I can't pass. I'm not gonna pass. I never have, I don't get math. Math doesn't get me. I'm not gonna pass. What is the point of all this studying? So I go to the exam the next day, negative, feeling stressed. Halas, I'm not gonna pass, hands down. I totally believed that I'm not gonna pass. So I get to the exam, the miss gives me the paper. She's like, here you go. I'm like, thank you very much. No cheeseburger, no fry, no wait, that's another one. Okay, she gives me the paper. I look at it, and it's Chinese. Like, I didn't take Chinese. What? Total blank. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, you know when you try to cheat and you start going, and then the miss looks at you and you're like, it's like a bad Mr. Bean movie. So the miss was looking at me and I'm mumbling away. And she thought I was actually like doing sums in my brain. Like, wow. What's happening here? And actually what I was thinking would be something like, why couldn't my parents call me Maha? Because if my name was Maha, I'd sit next to Muhammad and my life would be so much easier. What's going on here? Why? And the teacher thinks I'm doing sums, and all I'm thinking is like, why couldn't my parents call me Maha? So what happens, the teacher comes and she shows me, what makes it worse is she comes and stands next to me. Now we know how we love when the teacher stands next to you and starts peeking at your answers. So I'm like circling the A and looking at her for a reaction. And she goes, the look, you know, the look. I'm like, so then I go, okay, B? And again I get a grunt, not even a no. She's like, so then I'm like, okay, I know I'm 9th grade C. Just kidding. So I circled the C in 9th grade C. That's how bad it was. So I failed the exam. I got a 2 out of 20. Story's not finished. And the 2, I think, was for my artistic abilities because of all the typics that was on the paper. Not even for my name, for the typics, trust me. So I was really upset. I looked at my paper. I said, this is not me. I'm good at science, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. I don't lack intelligence, I don't lack ability, I don't lack potential, but I did lack one thing. I lacked confidence. I lacked confidence. So I went to the teacher and I begged her. I begged her to retake the exam. And she accepted under one condition, which is the retake exam would be harder than the first. Now, under normal circumstances, my reaction would be, I didn't even pass the easy one. How am I gonna pass the harder one? But something in me had changed. I was trying to get my confidence back, and I knew, without a doubt, that I will pass the exam. And I can, not only that I will, I can. I had to tap into the positive energy inside me, once again, my confidence, to say to the teacher, you know what, I will pass the exam. And true, I begged, but she let me take the exam. I took it again, and I got a 14. Now is when you clap. 14 in 24 hours, that's big. Now my question is, it's the same exam, a little bit harder, same material, same teachers, only 24 hours had passed. Did I just turn into a mathematical genius? No. something changed. What was it? My attitude. My potential is the same. I just needed to find it, Saddam. What changed was my attitude. I went from I can't because, I won't because, I don't because, to I will because, to I can because.